So tonight we're very happy to have a special guest, someone that you all know, someone that I know for a long time. And I was wondering how actually long I knew our next guest, and I looked it up here. I did a little calculation from the day that technically kind of the day we met, even though we knew each other a little bit before then. But the day we met, and and there were angels in the air, and we fell in love. Which was 1984. That was 11,662 days ago. 11,662 days. 31 years, 11 months, and 5 days. Our 32nd anniversary is coming up later this month, and I'm very, very happy to welcome aboard Woodhaven's 2016, honored by the Woodhaven Residents Block Association, the Woman of the Year, Josephine Wendell.
Hello.
Now, I want to tell everyone right up front, you're very nervous.
Yes, I'm very nervous.
You don't like doing that. I had to drag you into this interview.
Yes, you did.
And I have to know, but we actually did a test one before, and it didn't go well, did it?
No, it didn't.
It started off kind of like this, and it ended up with you in total tears.
Yes.
I asked you questions about people who are long gone, and I shouldn't have, and I won't do that again.
Okay, good.
All right. So, first of all, here it is. Today we're out. You pick up the Leader Observer. You open up the Leader Observer, which has been the newspaper of Woodhaven since 1909, and you open it up, and there it is, your picture saying you're Woman of the Year. How does that feel?
That feels good. That feels really good, yeah. I want to thank the WRBA for nominating me. That was very nice of them.
Oh, well, they think highly of you, and everyone thinks highly of you. You know, I get a lot of praise for a lot of the stuff that I do around the neighborhood, deservedly so for a lot of it, but I couldn't do any of it without you. And, you know, when we go to events, you are my extra pair of hands, my extra pair of eyes, my extra pair of feet. You know, it basically you double everything that I do. And you know, when we go places together, when I go places alone without you, the first question everyone asks me is where you are. Because when they see me, they see you, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So, you know, we work very, very well together. And out of those, all those times the last few days, years that we've been working together, how many times do you think we've had a fight?
Oh, I don't know. We had quite a few of them. We've had quite a few of them.
We fight a lot. Now, not many people have seen them. We are good at keeping it private.
Yeah, I mean, but usually it's before we go to an event. We're trying to get everything done, and then I forget something, and we have to go back and get it.
Or I forget something.
Or you forget.
You.
No, but
I do blame you for it, though.
Yes, you do.
Well, that's partially what you're there for, too. But now you are the photographer for the Woodhaven Cultural Historical Society and Project Woodhaven. And in those years now, we've been at this now for 7 years, 7 full years. We started at the end of 2008. So I don't really count that, but we've been there for all those years. And in that time, you've taken over 40,000 pictures of Woodhaven. And, this goes back to what I would tell you when we got on digital. I'm just like, just snap away. And you take a lot of great pictures, of people, of events, of buildings and everything. What do you like about walking around with a camera and taking pictures? What do you like about that?
Well, I like about it that I can get everybody in their natural, like they're doing something natural instead of having to pose every time for a picture.
Right.
Because you get more of a natural feel from the people. It's not like everybody has to, my hair's not right, or I have to, stand straight, or look this way, or look that way. They're just naturally, living their lives, and it just seems to be more. How do I want to say it?
More natural. More natural. Absolutely. You're good. And you're good at that, and you're good. You are even good when you're getting people to pose, getting them together. You used to really suck at it because you were really intimidated saying to people, hey, could you come over here and stuff. But once you got the hang of it, now you're great at getting a crowd of people and saying, okay, get together, stand here, turn this way. That's one area you really picked up quick on, was how to get people to pose in a group, and you do great group shots.
Thanks.
So another thing that you do really well, and I know I'm doing a lot of talking here, but you and I had talked about this because you're nervous, so I'm going to ask you questions to make you talk a lot, which I might still do later on. I hope I might. But one of the things I think you do really great, like when we go to places and we have events, like the setup, a lot of that hard work that not everyone really likes to do. When we go to meetings, doing the coffee and then the cleanup afterwards and, and the setting up and bringing all the stuff, carrying the stuff in. I mean, people don't realize a lot of the work that you do before and after meetings, especially the Historical Society meetings that we have.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I do have to make sure that the coffee's, the coffee set up, make sure I got the milk, got to put the milk in the pitcher. And I also have to make sure that the sign-in sheet's there because, we always want to make sure that how many people show up. And this way we have everybody's contact information, too. Mm-hmm. Because in case of, because of the weather, I know a couple of times we did have to cancel the meeting because of, a snowstorm or, severe rain or, a hurricane. You do have to, make sure you call everybody because, you always worry that somebody's going to show up and nobody's there.
Well, I think that's the thing. You do worry and you do care, about people. I'm saying a nice thing about you here, and I'm going to verge into a territory here that we got to be careful with. But I mean, I've, on a personal note, I've watched you over the years, like when your mom got sick, you took great care of your mom. Mm-hmm. And when my mom got sick, even before she got sick, but over the years, she was, people didn't realize my mom was partially handicapped, so, you really helped her. Mm-hmm. And then when she got sick the last 2 years, especially the last year, you were a great help with her, and you had a great relationship with your mom, and you had a great relationship with my mom. But, you're a caring person, and that translates to the Historical Society meetings and other places. You are always looking out for people's other, their interests and want to make sure that everyone's okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, I guess it's because, like you said, I took care of Mom, I took care of Dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I took my dad, yeah, sure.
And I took care of Mom, so it's like, I guess because my mom always said, you're going to take care of me, you promise to take care of me. And I always told her, yeah, I promise to take care of you, no problem.
And you did.
And I did.
I mean, they all died. I mean, I hope you're going to do better. I hope you're going to do better taking care of me.
No, but I mean, I figured, made it a lot easier, to go to the hospital.
Absolutely. No, you were terrific with that. I mean, I can't tell you how many times my mom said to me, she says, I don't know what I would have done, without her. You were just an angel to her.
Thanks.
And listen, my mom was funny when we met you. When we met you, when we got married. But when I met you and brought, and you came home and you met my parents, it was funny within the first week you were a member of our family.
Yeah.
And my mom had taken me aside, or you've heard this before. My mom took me aside only after a few weeks and said to me, "Are you going to marry her? Because if you're not, you really should break it off with her now because." She's becoming part of our family. You know what I mean? And by that time, you and I were already talking about getting married.
Yeah, well, you wanted to get married, we were going out, 6 months, not even, and you proposed. And I said no, because you were still going to college.
Oh, wait a second. You didn't say no like you didn't want to marry me.
No, I mean, I wanted to marry you, but it was too soon. You were still in college, and I was working.
Yeah. You loved me.
Of course I did. I still love you.
You were hot for me. Don't laugh.
That's the way you said it.
Oh, wait, bad connection there. Where are you? Did you move?
Yeah, I moved a little bit.
Go back to where you were.
I'm back where I am now.
All right.
So is everything all right now?
No, it's really bad connection.
Oh, I just moved
there
up.
There you go. Okay, you're back. So, in any event, let's move on to something else. So now this Woman of the Year. So now you're going to have to give a speech,
Yeah, I know that.
And you don't have. It doesn't have to be long.
Well, I've been writing it and then coursing things out and writing it again. You read most of it.
Yes, I think so far it's excellent. I just think there's not enough me in it. Don't you think there should be a little bit more about me?
Yeah, well, I should say, just that it was because of you and setting up this Project Woodhaven and everything, that's how I became Woman of the Year.
Okay, that's a good start. What else would you say about me?
Well, you've been telling, you tell me what I do wrong and what I do right.
Oh, that's my skill. You make me sound like a horrible person.
No, but I mean, you taught me how, to take better pictures, because you used to say,
yes.
Like, make sure the camera's focused, make sure you don't take people's backs instead of people's faces. Make sure that the lighting is okay, that you have it on a certain setting.
I'm an educator.
Yeah.
Well, but I tell you, you know what? It's not all just education. It's also there's a skill that you have to have. And let me tell this story, because last time, our first version of this, you had a little trouble telling the story. You're not a storyteller. But this had to do with Mike Miller's inauguration. When we went to that up in Glendale, I knew I wanted. We were just starting out. I think it was like back 2009, I guess.
Yeah, I think
and it was right at the beginning, like late 2009. We've been doing it about a year or so, and we got to this thing. It was up in Glendale. It was in an auditorium, and there was about 6 other photographers there, wandering around the room and stuff. And they all had the press passes on, and they all kind of I have to be honest, when we first started, a lot of the photographers, we didn't know them. Some of them kind of looked down their nose at us, didn't they, when we were taking pictures?
Yeah, when we were taking pictures. And they were, because I guess they thought that, well, maybe she's just taking pictures.
I think maybe they all look at each other that way, the competition, different newspapers, whatever. But we didn't have any press pass or anything. But we were at the back, and I had told Joe on the way there, I said, the money shot. We want the money shot. The money shot is Mike Miller with one hand on the Bible, one hand in the air. And I said, we got to get that shot. And you really took that, to heart. You were like, okay, got to get that shot, got to get that shot, got to get that shot. And as they're getting ready to do it, all the photographers congregated right in front of the stage. It's like in an auditorium to get ready to take the picture. And you went running down there, and you run pretty funny. And you do what you do. And you got up there, and just as they're getting ready to do this, you walk up, and you did the greatest thing ever. You just said, excuse me. And they had, you know what it is? They jostle each other, and they elbow each other. They're not used to anyone coming up and saying, excuse me. So when you said excuse me, they probably thought you were like from Mike Miller's staff or something. And they all kind of like went, what? And stepped back a little bit. Just as Mike put his hand on the Bible, you went and took the pictures and walked away. And the papers came out that week, and every newspaper had these crappy pictures of Mike getting, they were from different angles and stuff. But the picture you got of Mike with his hand up was the best picture, and that's the one that we got printed and framed, and it's hanging in Mike Miller's office to this day. It's a great picture. You took the official picture.
Yes.
Of his swearing in, and because of that, you got a nickname. And what is that nickname?
The Shark.
The Shark. The Shark. You swam right in, whoop, and the way, especially remember that big guy who we didn't like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to know. I don't even remember his name, to tell you the truth, but he just kind of looked like surprised, like whoa.
Like, whoa, what is she doing here?
And he yelled at you at some event, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I forget which one it was, but he did yell at me.
Yeah, because he got in the way.
I got in the way, and or something, and I think I turned around and said, well, I'm here too, I can take pictures too.
Yeah. You told him.
I told him.
Yeah, no, you've got nuts. You've got marbles, don't worry. No one messes with you. So keep that in mind when you're going up there in front of the Woodhaven Residents Block Association and the residents of Woodhaven. Keep in mind a couple things. Number one, you've got guts. You've earned it. You've earned your spot up there. You deserve it.
Thank you.
You're a good person. You do great work. You deserve it. I'm very, very happy for you. Very proud of you. And you deserve it, number one. Number two, these are all your friends, your neighbors, people that love you. You're going to be surrounded by friendship and love. So even if you gave the worst speech ever, they're all going to tell you it was wonderful. Just keep that in mind when they tell you it's wonderful. Right? And the third thing is, this is the most important thing, whenever you give a speech like this, picture them all naked. Just picture them all naked.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah. So if we see you up there and you space out and you start drooling, we'll know you're doing that. All right. Listen, I'm going to let you go. You did good.
Okay.
You glad it's over?
Yeah, now I'm glad it's over.
You were sweating this one out.
Yeah, but did I do better than I did this afternoon?
Oh, my God, yes, but I should use that one sometime as the outtake. Oh, my God.
Yeah, what you call it? I was surprised you didn't use my dad's.
Oh, I didn't bring up your dad this time. Yeah, well, you know, your dad's an influence on this show. I mean, you know, a big influence on your life.
Oh, of course.
I mean, your dad was a photographer too.
Yes, he was. He was a good photographer too. I mean, he used to take video of me. You know, I mean, when I was growing up, and
right, the movie cameras. We've got movie film, and we still got his cameras.
Yes, we do. We still have his cameras, and a couple of films that haven't even been processed. Still someplace in a container downstairs.
Yeah, I doubt they're good anymore.
Yeah, but.
And then also he did his own little broadcasting, and we use his theme song as a theme song for our show as an honor to him.
Yes, we do.
So, you know, so that's nice. And you lost your dad young.
Yes, I did.
At a young age, and then you went on to St. Thomas at Franklin K. Lane. You went to school here, so you're a Woodhaven girl. Your whole life you've lived here.
Yes, I have.
So you really deserve this. I'm very proud of you. I love you very, very much.
And I love you very, very much too.
I'll let you go now, and we'll talk to each other very soon.
All right.
All right.
Take care. Bye.
Hold on a second. I forgot to hit record.
You're kidding me.
I forgot to hit record.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. We have to do it all over again.
Oh, my God. I forgot to hit record. No, I didn't. All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye.